Alright. Hi, welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is going to be the Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, NXT, and NXT UK episodes for the week of November 26th. I, of course, am Patrick Young. This guy to my right is my co-host, Joe Venuto.
This is our Monday night. Kick your face off the Raw. Corbin and his very band, very souls, handled the show.
Yeah, it's pretty much they're gloating over what they did to Braun Strowman. We got to see Braun Strowman make a video message to the WWE Universe.
A very bad one.
A very bad one, pretty much saying that those three guys are going to get these hands. And then Elias interrupts them and makes fun of Leo.
Yeah.
Which can be pretty funny. But yeah, that's essentially that's what it is. You wouldn't miss any parts of it if I didn't add any more to it.
Yeah.
I'm not really liking Drew in a stable again. Just he got out of one. You're trying to push him as the top guy. Why put him back in the stable?
I think it was a follow-up to last week, but it felt really lazy.
Yeah.
And filled the tubes of heat, and they worked extra hard to make Elias look deep though when he started singing Bobby Lashley sucks. So
Yeah.
So they need to stop that, and the fact that Vince also learned the term beta meal over the holidays. That wasn't good.
Yeah. Vince has probably been watching a lot of SJW cringe videos.
Up next, Lashley defeated Elias, and first match was it Elias won by DQ, I think, and then it turned into a no disqualification match.
Yeah, and then Elias got beat. Not only beat, but beaten down after the match. Yeah, this match has been the same Bobby Lashley Elias match that we've gotten 3 times now in the past 2 months or so.
No, it was worse than the same matches. It was worse than the same matches.
Okay. Yeah, it was worse than the same matches. Because this one got restarted. And then Lashley got beaten. And then Elias got beaten down. Yeah, I'm not sure why you... I get you kind of want to keep the heat on the heel authority stable. Because, we have to have 16 million of those. But yeah, you don't really have many faces right now that can just take beatdowns left and right.
Mm-hmm.
So add Elias on that pile. More on him later tonight, though. He's not on the show, but more on later on him for a later rant.
If you like complete bullshit and lost of Baron Corbin, then this was for you.
Yep.
I
don't know who likes lots of Baron Corbin.
I'm
not even sure Baron Corbin's mother likes lots of Baron Corbin.
I can't think of anyone wrestling character-wise I hate watching more than him right now. And Drew needs to get away from him as soon as possible.
It's at the point where I want Stephanie McMahon back.
Mm-hmm.
So she can emasculate somebody. Anybody.
Not for the review here, just backstage. Alexa's down in charge of the women's division, so she's pretty much Brooke Hogan / Karen Jones.
Yep, the Roman Empire worked pretty well when there were 2 Caesars.
Maybe she's going to play him and want him to take his job. I don't know.
Maybe.
Up next. Not for the review here. Just Dean pulled down his pants and got a rabies shot. Up next.
You're not going to just brush past that one.
Yes, I am.
The badass Dean Ambrose that we got where he took the shield vest, had a trash can on fire and threw his vest into the fire. That shit's long gone. Somehow they took one of the most anticipated storylines in WWE in less than a month, made it completely unwatchable.
And that's impressive by their singers.
It's amazing. I didn't even know they were that bad. But now they just have to prove how bad they were by doing that. By pretty much showing Dean having pretty much 3 gigantic holes in his arm for like 4 different shots because he has to go to towns that have diseases. I think that's what the excuse was. And then he needed a tetanus shot in his ass afterwards. So, yeah, any chance of Dean being intimidating pretty much just flew out right out that window with that fake needle tetanus shot that was that big.
Up next, the Lucha House Party defeat the Revival.
Literally, I'm gonna probably react the same way to every single thing on Raw. The Revival, being the heels, were apparently not following the Lucha House Party rules, where they have all 3 guys on their team, and for some reason that's okay. That's not even okay in just normal booking rules. Why would you put your heels at a huge disadvantage in the middle of a feud? Shouldn't this be when the heels' power is starting to ramp up, and it almost looks impossible for the babyface to actually beat them? I thought that was the object of storytelling. For a good babyface to actually succeed, there has to be a struggle that is caused by a villain.
Again, the Luchas are faces with unfair advantage. While the hardworking guys who just want to wrestle are the heels.
Oh, and by the way, Corey was completely right in saying, how does this make sense?
Right.
Renee just kept on saying it's Lucha House Party rules.
The action was okay while it lasted, but it completely lacked any logic.
I think she actually said it a couple times. Renee looked like a complete dork in this episode, too.
Yeah.
She even said her famous line of, I don't know, I just live with Dean Ambrose.
I live with the guy.
We don't really talk about that. I live with the guy.
Next, I want to break down this segment. Because there's some great lines in here.
Yeah.
Nia and Tamina, Tamina. I forgot Tamina's Isaiah. No, you should say it. He puts on the coat and pulls the collar and walks like Tamina, so we call him Tamina.
Okay. Tamina with an L. So.
Yeah, Mamina.
Yeah.
Or Mamina. Nia and Tamina arrive, and Nia claims that something about the real woman are thankful for her. She's calling herself the face breaker. Here's one of the memorable lines. She claimed that Ronda has been in tailspin ever since they wrestled each other at Money in the Bank.
You know, in that time where she's won the Raw Women's title. And hasn't lost a match yet.
Then she did like a really poor Alexa Bliss impersonation of Ronda.
I think you also skipped the part where she said that she had to pick the dried blood
of Becky's hand, off her hand 2 weeks later, so she ate her turkey like that.
So yeah, thanks for telling us you don't wash your hands, dirty.
Then she said she's nothing but great, and then she's the top of the mountain. Ronda came out and praised Nia's punching power, and said and that's the punch of Becky. That Becky changed the history of the world in that one punch.
What? The Dungeon of Doom made more sense.
Want me to re-say that line?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not hot. That makes more sense than that line.
She's saying that Nia has a strong punching game, apparently. But I like how
such a strong punch that it changed the course of history.
No.
Forever.
No, that Becky. She punched Becky so hard
that
Becky changed the history of the world.
The course of history. Hitler no longer exists now.
By the way, she got too close. Nia might have pink eye too, by the way.
Yeah, Nia. You mean Ronda's makeup?
No, Nia might have pink eye from seeing it so close.
Yeah, And Nia doesn't have good hygiene because she waited 2 weeks afterwards to wash her hands from punching Becky Lynch.
And then she said she was going to rip Nia's arm off and slap Charlotte with it.
By the way, Tamina was just in the back standing there.
With the best promo.
Cutting the best promo. She didn't say a fucking word. But she was standing there cutting the best promo.
And then she said that she wanted to fight her right there. And Nia said, "You want to go?" Well, I'm stolen for time. So meanwhile, Tamina, before Nia said that, Tamina just slowly walks. Now instead of jumping Ronda, she stays behind Ronda. And then Ronda looks, and then Tamina cocks the eyebrow. And then Nia says, "I'm stolen for time." Then we wait a few moments. Then Natty comes out, and then the Riot Squad,
Attack Nat.
who had to be high under the ring the whole show, apparently, according to Liv, attacked Natty. So they were just hanging out, waiting. I hope that Natalia will come out tonight. And then Ronda checked on Natalia, and then Ronda started crying.
You guys want to tell me that I'm wrong about the same thought being applied as the Divas era? There was less thought applied in that promo. That promo proves it. Because there wasn't one thing to comprehend between Ronda stumbling over her goddamn words.
Which is the norm, to be fair.
To Nia's awful promo, where she pretty much said she didn't wash her hands even after 2 weeks of going to the bathroom or punching Becky Lynch, and she ate Thanksgiving dinner that way. So that probably wasn't only Becky's blood in her hand, it was probably like turkey gravy and shit. She cuts an asinine promo, Ronda cuts an asinine promo, and then Nia said she stung for time.
Tamina took a walk.
She stung for the time. Not for Tamina to just sneak behind her and attack her.
No, Tamina literally did that, though.
Because that kind of would have been logical.
Tamina walked and
she stood behind Ronda and pretty much reacted to what Ronda was saying in the middle of her promos. Yeah, that was the reaction. But no, Nia was apparently stung for time because she knew
the Riot Squad under the ring.
If Natalia was that if Ronda was vaguely surrounded by her and Tamina, Natalia would run down the ring.
And the Riot Squad come out.
Not where Ronda's being attacked, mind you. Just sort of vaguely surrounded. Because Ronda can't handle Tamina and Nia.
That's another one.
Natalia would rush down the ring, and she had waiting would be the Riot Squad.
Underneath the ring.
Underneath the ring.
For the whole hour for some reason. And Natalia would come out.
The plot lines of Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice were not as complicated as that promo.
Yeah, number one, please stop having Nia talk. She's really bad, and she also gave Ronda nothing new. Good to play off of. Ronda's material, too, in all fairness, was bad. And her makeup made us she had an eye infection. And if the goal was to make me not want to see the TLC match, that was accomplished.
Good job.
Up next, AOP, Sophia, Bobby Roode, and Shaq able to retain the World Tag Titles. Will we take this one? Let's see. Well,
it's not going to get better.
Via Drake Maverick wearing Bobby Roode's robe, then taking it to a bathroom. They also filmed the bathroom more than the match, and then peeing on it and flushing down the toilet. Meanwhile, Bobby Roode, knowing there was a championship on the line, was more concerned about his robe.
That he probably has 6 of.
Yeah. And just wait for they can't do anything less than hear about MASH. They gave us this?
Yeah. Vince got his jollies off of a pee-pee joke. I'm sure he was busting gut right next to Buck Teeth McGraw over there.
And there was nothing positive to take away from this, which is the theme of the show. Up next,
I'm gonna say this: Bobby Roode go back to Impact.
Ember Moon defeated Alicia Fox.
Cause why would we care?
Technically, it was a match.
And probably the best match up to that point.
It was 1 minute 50 seconds.
Probably, definitely the best match up to that point.
And the right person
The best
won.
thing on Raw to that point, actually.
Oh, and then her, Kurt Hulk has joined the Conga line. With Renee's other great quote, Ember Moon hates dancing.
As she has the biggest fucking grin on her face.
Moving
Just
on.
dancing back and forth. And by the way, why is she fucking happy about having Kurt Hawkins? The man who hasn't won a match in 2 years. Who's openly said that. Why is she happy about this?
He might have raped her too, like picked her off because she's so little. I think his name up there is. But that's another problem. That's another issue.
And by the way, the mystique that Ember still may have had after all this time on the main roster is gone now.
Why? Because she's
Just because she stood right next to Noe Jose and started dancing.
As Renee said, she hates dancing.
Yeah. Renee continually being the freaking dork on this episode of Raw.
Next, Jinder Mahal defeated Noe Jose.
Who cares?
It was bland, boring, and Jinder still don't know how to work a 4 or 5 minute match without extended wrestles. Up next, Seth defeated Dolph in the IC Open Challenge to retain the IC Championship.
I'll say something positive about the show, because if I don't say something positive soon, I'll probably have an aneurysm. You'll just see my dead body right here. It's easily the best match of the night. However, we've seen it 30 billion times this year. They didn't really add nothing new, but it was the same old Dolph and Seth match that we've seen 100 times over the summer.
Yeah, while far from great, it was easily the not only match of the night, obviously the best thing on the show. And the only thing I felt like it might have meant something. I wanted not positive about. I did love the fact that Seth won with the superplex Falcon Arrow combo.
Yeah,
so now in
I
bigger
like that,
matches, you actually buy it as a strong near fall. So yeah.
Because people do react to it and react to the near fall after it now.
Yeah, it was good, but far from their best.
Yeah.
No, I'm next. Bailey and Sasha have an open forum. And then they get jumped by Mickey, Alicia, and newly turned Dana, who teamed up with them the previous night at Starcade.
Oh no, you missed the best parts of it.
And then the one question that was answered by a very bad point. What would you change out the Royal Women's Division? Sasha says...
She kind of looked like a librarian, actually.
Oh, no, I thought she looked like a bird washer.
Kind of, yeah.
Sasha says she would send Alexa to SmackDown. So all that heat, they think Sasha hates Alexa. Apparently not.
No, she's actually saying, no, you don't belong here. You should go on SmackDown.
And Billy said, I want to send Alexa to hell.
Oh. TV is a visual medium. You should show things that people should need to see. Why did anyone need to see that promo? It added absolutely jack shit. I get it. Ron's out. Roman's gone for 2 years.
Always.
So I guess you're sort of flustered with the men and what to do. But what the fuck are you doing with the women? What the hell's wrong with them? Ronda's still there. All your women are still fucking there. But you have no idea what to do with them. How does Braun being out affect them?
By the way, that's not a future have meant. My life.
No.
No. First of all, they need some fresh faces or a shake-up or call-ups on the Raw side of the women's division. Because the division itself, to be honest, is at this point.
Yeah.
The whole thing ended up being...
And no one on SmackDown deserves to go on Raw, so just add them to the roster.
The whole thing ended up being a complete waste of time, and I also love how Dana, who just teamed up with them the night before, is now the lady's turn for convenience character. And the main event, Baron Corbin No, Finn Balor beat Baron Corbin by DQ, but then Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin beat Finn Balor in a handicap match. By the way, if you're interested,
Actually, I don't think he beat him by DQ. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on the ropes and Corbin made it a handicap match.
This was the 7th time they've wrestled on TV this year. Combined, I had 7 off 17.
And actually combined to that night on Raw, you have seen Baron Corbin for 1 hour. Baron Corbin's own wife doesn't want to see Baron Corbin for an hour over 3 hours.
Yeah, the match is the typical, completely lifeless and bored match.
Yeah.
Between two. With an ass side overbooking. And stop trying to make Baron Corbin a thing. He's absolutely horrible.
And get him the hell away from Drew McIntyre.
Yeah,
McIntyre can actually be a strong heel you put against Brock Lesnar.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you throwing him with other people where you think he needs to be?
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, there's another thing to add.
Don't about Elias.
Yeah. Where was Elias? He was at the beginning of the show, he got his ass kicked. 3 hours is plenty of time to recover and start coming out and swinging the guitar at all 3 dudes. Where the hell was he? He just want revenge? And by the way, the faces also put themselves in predicaments where they knew what was coming, and then it just happened anyway. So yeah, there's really no strong faces behind Braun Strowman. And even then, I wouldn't even consider him a strong face.
Yeah, there's no strong faces since Roman left. Overall, I guess you can...
And by the way, that's the guy who gets half booed.
Not anymore.
Well, before we found out what leukemia is, the guy who got half booed.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
There's not really that much strong heels. It's like Drew McIntyre. It used to be Dean Ambrose too, but he decided to get a rabies shot in his asshole.
Overall, I think it maybe safe to say Raw continued to be a base show.
I know I'm stealing something from Scorpio Sky and SCU, but this is the worst Raw episode I have ever seen.
Yeah, nothing really matters. They repeat a lot of things. Baron Corbin's your top heel. And the longer you watch, the less soul you have.
I am dead inside right now.
It isn't just a base show with constant heat angles for the heels. What else happened? Well, with the heat angles, they have the real heat to go with it.
No.
The faces...
The crowd didn't give a shit.
The face... Real quick, remember what happened in Milwaukee with Rusev, Aya, and Lana? This is what it's really good. We remember for what happened in Milwaukee on this show.
Or Milwaukee.
The faces look like complete fools.
And by the way, there's another thing to add. Right after Dean Ambrose was done getting an inoculation in his posterior, they literally kept on saying afterwards, and then they also recapitulated in the show and said it again, that, Dean Ambrose is probably in the building.
Yeah.
Didn't show up. Not once.
Let me see what else was there. I'm going to start saying atrocious wrestling. For the most part.
Yeah.
There were some bad promos. Alright, old bad promos. And even worse bad storyline design stuff. Maybe one day we'll get a good episode overall. Where the good guys actually stay out for something.
It'll be my Christmas wish.
And we'll let the guys that we can believe in. So otherwise, I can't imagine anyone who gets excited or enjoys the show these days. I mean, I know we still get excited on Monday nights, but I'm talking about other people.
I am not excited walking into Monday.
You're not looking forward to the potential train wreck next week?
No.
You don't think it could get worse?
No.
Oh, you think?
I think it can get way worse now. I didn't think it could get this bad, but it got this bad, and odds are it could get worse.
Up next, SmackDown NXT. Live in NXT UK. Stay tuned.